sacred and holy. Number one is that you must fear God. Tell your neighbor, say, fear God. God called you to fear him first. He didn't say you should love him. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of what? Wisdom. 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 He didn't say the love of God. The love of God can lead you to foolishness. When you love God and you don't fear God, you will still be a tool in the hands of the devil. God called you to fear him. The beginning of wisdom in God is the fear of the Lord. If you don't fear God, the sacred and holy will be tampered with. It will be wasted. You will walk with your body as you want. You will waste your time. You will live your life the way you want. And in this, there will be a revelation of judgment or mercy. Fear God. Live with the fear of the Lord. If you live with the fear of the Lord, there are things you will not say. Even if you say it, a spirit within you will say caution. A spirit within you will say caution. There are people that are doing evil. Nothing is telling them they are doing evil. The evil is like water. There are people that err. Their conscience is no longer alive to know that they have erred. There are people that even the flesh will push them. They don't know they are pushed by the flesh. The fear of the Lord must return. If not, you will be a God user. A what? God user. You will be one of those that will use your body to do something outside and come to church and give testimony that God did. Meanwhile, God did not do. You only enjoy mercy. You only enjoy mercy. The fear of the Lord. Number two, to preserve the sacred and holy, you must love God. Somebody say, love God. Don't love God before you fear God. Fear God first. Fear God first. I'm telling you, some of you are chewing gum now. If they tell you now that this man standing on the altar is the Babalawo, you will not chew that gum. If they tell you now that this man, or they say that there's one power like that in this place, if you come, if everything that does not look sanctimonious, you will drop it. You will off your phone before you enter. There's no fear. There's no reference. A man will preach on the altar now. You will say, "If a person don't come tell him." They don't come tell him about me. Now me, they use talk. Even the man that is preaching is not safe from the sword of the word is preaching. So if you think a man of God is using you to preach, the sword of the word is preaching. He himself, if his own shield of righteousness is not in God, that same word will cut him. So it doesn't make him not to speak the truth. Shout fire. Fear God, so that you will not be asking God every day for have mercy on me. The reason why mercy does not carry weight again is that people don't know the cost of salvation. You cannot respect your father if you don't know the cost of putting food on your table. Your father don't help you, now you are fathering somebody. Shout fire. You now remember now that the reason why your father did not buy you a bicycle. Oh, how many of you are here who your father became enemy because of bicycle? Why your father did not buy you a bicycle, you cannot see now. Shout fire. You cannot see because you are fathering somebody. Fear God. Fear God. We love God, but we don't fear God. We don't reference God. The things of God are not holy anymore. The church is not holy anymore. The servants of God are powerless today because people don't fear God. If you reference the God in their life, do you know how many times men of God pray for mercy for his children? They'll just pray, Lord, just show mercy. Recently, the Lord showed me something. He said, if you persist like this, look at what will happen. He said, do this now. He said, all these people, tell them you are forgiving them. Tell them. I began to send message out. I'm forgiving you. Just live your life. Go and prosper. Go and live the life God wants you to live. He said, tell them you are forgiving them. He said, this is what will happen. I saw the instruction. Tell them. If you don't want it to happen,